What's up, guys? Hey, just before we start the episode, due to technical difficulties, for some reason we stopped recording after the 30-minute mark. My conversation with the Big Ape, it was actually a lot longer than what we recorded, and we just lost all that audio, unfortunately, but it was a really good conversation, and I just thought I'd throw it out there as a bonus episode. So I do hope that you enjoy this and will forgive the quality. I'm still learning how to record and edit and all that other fun jazz. Always, thank you for listening and enjoy the show. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Desert Inspired Podcast coming to you live from the middle of nowhere. As always, I am your host, Captain Joe, and with me today is
the Bad Ape.
How you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right. And you?
Not too shabby, not too shabby. We've got a lot of cool stories and stuff to talk about today. As always, if you like what you're hearing, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that sweet jazz. You know, buy us a limousine, all that wonderful stuff.
Do not come to my house. I will kill you.
Please do not come to his house, please. That is not a good idea. Okay, just kind of starting off, we're going to start off with some lighthearted stuff. It's kind of older news. This is from a week ago, but I find it interesting. Sony Funimation closes a $1.2 billion Crunchyroll acquisition from AT&T. And this is from Variety. And basically, so Crunchyroll, which started out kind of as an anime piracy site and then became a legit streaming site, it got bought out by AT&T, who also owns Time Warner and a bunch of other stuff. And what they did was they sold it for $1.2 billion because AT&T is deeply in debt, and Crunchyroll is not happening.
So let's figure 1.2 billion, you say?
Yeah.
All right. So for all of you anime fans out there, I am not an anime fan. So if you can come up with $2 billion and beat Sony Funimation, you too can own a lifetime, more than a lifetime supply of bug-eyed anime chick videos. There you go. Bug-eyed anime chicks. There you go.
Some of it's pretty good. They did a lot of their own stuff, but unfortunately, none of it was very good. They recently tried to do their own anime, which I know that really pissed off a lot of the anime community because, like I said, originally Crunchyroll was a piracy site.
That I did know, actually. My ex-wife used to love to go on there, and I think she got some viruses from going on Crunchyroll. Then we had a Roku TV that offered Crunchyroll, and I kept seeing the name Crunchyroll, and it sounded like some deep fried, battered Southern delicacy. So I had to look at it one day, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's weird cartoons from Japan." Oh God, weird cartoons from Japan. Forget about this. I'm an American and Western animation fan, so I don't even like to use the word anime.
Well, you might like their new show, High Guardian Spice.
No, I doubt it.
It's about a bunch of girls who go to magic school to become guardians of something. I have no idea.
So it's an all-female Harry Potter thing?
Yeah, kind of. It was really just the original trailer for it, like the first trailer for it, looked like something off Kickstarter, and they were just going off about like, oh, we have the most diverse cast.
This is reminding me of fan fiction. All of a sudden, the idea of lesbian fan fiction comes to mind. Anime lesbian fan fiction, because they did that with Sailor Moon, so why not this?
Sure, why not? But yeah, so basically, it was just like an all-female writers' room with very diverse there, all females.
Yeah, I can see this going over pretty good.
Oh, it went over like a load of bricks. But back to what we were talking about. The AT&T basically is looking for every opportunity to pay down its debt. Sold Crunchyroll for 1.175 billion in cash, um, and a and paid for the closing by Funimation Global Group, a joint venture between Sony Pictures Animation and Sony Music Japan. The goals were to create a unified anime subscription experience as soon as possible. Tony Vinquera, chairman and CEO of Sony Pictures, said. Yeah. So basically, they're going to have one of the largest monopolies on anime.
Has anybody remember a couple years ago when old man George Lucas sold Star Wars for 4 point something billion to Disney, and Disney still ain't made their money back yet? They need to start thinking about this. They really should.
Yeah. Well, Crunchyroll has already quite the library of titles. They've got some of the popular stuff, like you said, Sailor Moon. They've got some of their notable stuff is like Shield Hero. They've got Naruto. Well, no, they. I think Sword Art Online went to Netflix.
So what I would do is, if I were going to watch this, the only thing that ever interests me at all would be Transformers seasons 4.5 to whatever, because the original Transformers animated series, which ran in America for about 3 full seasons and then a 4-part finisher, continued to run in Japan for years afterwards. God Force, something like that. Just this huge amount of Transformers. And I'm just kind of interested in how that turned out, because I know they continued to run it. Where America, Transformers ran its course and they just started plugging any toy they could to make money. Then they let Hasbro let Marvel continue on with it. So, but yeah, I mean, this Crunchyroll thing, I'm sure there's a lot of anime geeks that probably want to strangle me. I'm waiting for the crowd of overweight mom guys coming out of their mom's basements and fangirls from Comic-Con and short, skimpy outfits all coming out with torches and pitchforks. Lynch the unbeliever.
I don't think I would mind the girls in the cute costumes, though.
Oh, they can get nasty. Yeah, like, those girls get nasty if you go against their anime. These are the same girls, 10, 15 years ago. How dare you not be members of Team Jacob or Team Edward? And you're like, huh?
Yeah, but Sony Pictures Television bought a controlling stake in Funimation in 2017 for 143 million. In 2019, Funimation founder Jen Fukujiya, I think that's how you pronounce it, stepped out of day-to-day management, and he founded Funimation in 1994 after doing a lot of IT and consulting and stuff. Crunchyroll streaming service has over 5 million paying customers and worldwide, and 120 million registered users in a 200 plus countries, which that's not too bad. That's up there with Netflix, I think.
So figure you got 5 million customers, you're paying about $10 a pop per month. Figure Sony just on the subscriptions alone will make their money back. Unlike Disney, they'll make their money back. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. So he's on here and he had a picture of these anime figure characters.
Statues. I was looking at Saber from Fate Stay Night.
So I collect 1:6 scale figures. So as you don't know what that means, it means 12-inch dollies. to put it very simply. And they have kits so you can make your own figure. And that figure was the one he was just looking at. What was it again?
Saber from Fate Stay Night.
So they had a overly sexualized version of that, and they would pose the figure in positions and stuff for the to get you to buy this set. And that's the only reason why I remember that is because I looked at it. So I remember because I kept pushing that figure on some of the websites I go to, and I'm like, I'm not really into anime girls, so. Uh,
Yeah. I do not collect. I myself do not collect loot figures. I prefer the more artistic pieces. Like I will like if you kind of like your GI Joes. I
mhm.
enjoy posing them and setting them on a display somewhere and make it look cool.
What I recommend, and I'm not getting paid to do this, is look up Sideshow Collectibles, The Court of the Dead. Excellent, excellent figures. Sideshow Collectibles for years were known to be getting licensures to do all sorts of movie and TV characters. They finally went out on a limb. Actually, this is the second time they went out on a limb. The first one, not too many people remember, it was called just The Dead. It was just zombie figures
Mhm.
going with the zombie craze from like 5, 10 years ago. And this one's called Court of the Dead. It has nothing to do with their zombie set. And those are remarkable. It's beautiful art. It's kind of like H.R. Giger meets a Danzig video meets like medieval art. So enough of that. Where are we going on to who next?
There's quite a bit. Right now, I'm also looking at. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but Castlevania. Other producers just filed a lawsuit for being excluded from the spin-off series, and it's a Netflix show based off of the popular video game.
See, I'm aware of this series. Once again, I'm not into anime, so therefore I never really watched it. The only thing with anything related to Castlevania that I ever watched was there was a TV cartoon. There was a cartoon show back in the 80s called Captain N something. It was basically all the famous Nintendo characters, Mega Man, Kid Icarus, King Hippo from the Mike Tyson's Punch Out, various characters, and some kid gets sucked into like a video game world. And one of the characters, one of the good guys, is Simon from Castlevania, and it's this goofy guy, and he's got these goggles, and he's got a whip, and he's just kind of, I'm pretty and gorgeous and really stupid. That's but the only thing Castlevania related I ever got into.
I really liked the series. It was a lot darker than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not for kids. If there are any parents who are out there and they have if they have kids and stuff, like do not let your kids watch this. There is lots of blood, lots of violence, some innuendo, but I really enjoyed the story, especially from the main antagonist, Dracula. I really enjoyed it from his experience because we all know Dracula from like the old those old movies with Sean Connery and
Not Sean Connery, Christopher played Count Dooku.
oh yeah, Christopher
Yeah,
Lee, and who was the guy? He was also in another Star Wars movie, Peter Dinkling.
I don't know.
I think that's
Probably.
his name. He played Grand Moff Tarkin or something, but
Oh yeah, they
yeah,
play
yeah.
those cheesy vampire movies. You gotta love those 60s and 70s vampire movies, and
Yeah, where they just throw their cowl right now.
it's like, dude, I'll come in there with a garlic coated bullet, and then we'll see who wins. A garlic coated silver bullet, because a lot of people don't know silver bullets, an old legend, kill vampires. Yep.
Um, yeah, but Castlevania was really good. It made Dracula feel a lot more personable. Like it made him look human. Like throughout the entire show, you can just see his mind and his will slowly sort of unravel as he goes. So basically, like the church kills his wife,
Yeah.
who and they play really well off of each other. I really liked the chemistry between him and his wife. She comes up to his castle, kills a bat with a knife, and then proceeds to kind of not quite bully him, but kind of be like, oh, is this how you greet your guest? You haven't offered to take my coat. You haven't offered to get me something to eat or drink.
This is gonna sound. That sounds like a Jewish stereotype. You know that, right?
But
Okay.
it's really funny. I love the chemistry there, and it makes Dracula appear very human. And then the church burns his wife at the stake as a witch, and then
That sounds like groups of people who don't like my opinions. They burn me at the stake. But that's not because I'm a witch. It's because I'm me. And yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a good time for the whole family. Burn the witch at the stake. It sounds like a good time by all.
yeah. My dad's side of the family is French, so we've got the Joan of Arc.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but you can blame British for that one.
freaking British. But anyway, so they burn his wife at the stake, and he just goes on a total rampage. He creates like zombies and monsters and stuff that he wants to wipe out humanity, basically. It's up to Trevor Belmont, who is a vampire. His family is very renowned for vampire hunters and monster hunters and all that. It's up to him and a young magician named Cypher and Dracula's own son Alucard to stop him. And just watching him slowly unravel throughout the entire series is just amazing. But and I thought throughout the entire time the series was pretty good. I didn't like the ending too much. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it
Sounds fun.
it just it kind of ended really weird, and yeah. But yeah, this is from NintendoLife.com. There appears to be some drama surrounding Netflix's most successful animated series, Castlevania, um, following the controversy tied to the show's creator, Warren Ellis, who was removed from the project last year due to various allegations. The producer Adi Sankar is now making the headlines. She won't be involved in the spinoff Rondo of Blood, according to the Hollywood Reporter, and has filed a lawsuit on his bet. And the Hollywood, God, this is a poorly written freaking article. A lawsuit has been filed on his behalf. The Los Angeles Superior Court claims that fellow producer Kevin Code concocted a scheme to expand the series of Castlevania without Shankar's involvement and boost his own profits.
Wow. So all I need to do is say Kathleen Kennedy molested me, and then I can get her thrown out of Star Wars.
I think it's too late for that. I think she's already on her way out.
No, she hasn't yet. They keep doubling down on her, and they keep losing.
I know. She claims there was a verbal agreement between parties. Kids, if you make an agreement or any business transaction whatsoever, if it involves money or the potential to make money, get it in writing.
Oh, and also I get a really, really good attorney, not those slimy ones you see on TV. They're like, we'll take your case, your lawsuit case. No, get a really good attorney.
Mhm.
So, any other good stories?
Well, let's see what we got going on today. Oh my gosh, stop doing that. Oh, I did. Actually, there is a new episode of a YouTube show called Hell of a Boss. Have you seen that?
No.
It's pretty good. So basically, these imps from hell decide to start a murder for hire service called IMPS, Immediate Murder Professionals. And this new episode, they get two of them get captured by people in dark suits. I don't know, in freaking God, what is it like Men in Black sort of thing. Two of the members get captured, and it's pretty freaking funny. The lady who does it actually is pretty well known on YouTube. Vivian Mando, I think her name is.
Oh no, I like the name Vivian. That's a cool name. So since we're talking about YouTube, Bat and the Sun Productions is starting to make more videos again, but it's none of their superpower beatdown videos, which is kind of disappointing to me because that's really the only videos I care to watch from these people. They're good and they have some good production quality, but I'm just kind of sad because I guess they tried to make their own series. It didn't really work out. I guess what it is, they just need they need to get good writers and somebody else heading them or what have you, and stay with just the production side, not the script writing.
Mm-hmm.
That's me and my viewpoint on that.
I've never seen what was it called, Bat and Sons.
Bat and the Sun, they do superpower beatdown.
Now what's that?
So superpower beatdown is it's fan fiction, it's fan made what if scenarios, but they're extremely high quality production.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like one of them was Negan from Walking Dead versus the Joker.
Okay, so Negan is who's
Negan is from Walking Dead. He's the dude with a leather jacket and a barbed wire wrapped baseball bat.
Okay.
Versus the Joker.
The Joker.
Okay. And what they do is they would film it and then they would do the alternate ending. Their first ending would be the fans would vote who should win.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would do an alternate ending.
Mm-hmm.
I like the alternate ending with Negan versus Joker because Negan beats Joker to death. It's not like Batman where Batman just throw him in handcuffs, throw him in jail. Negan just beats him to death, and then Joker comes back as a zombie, and Negan hits him in the head with a baseball bat. But they had all sorts of interesting ones. They had Wolverine versus Wonder Woman.
That'd be interesting.
The alternate endings where Wolverine wins, because you can't throw Wolverine. Basically, the alternate ending, the first ending, Wonder Woman throws Wolverine into a volcano. Anybody that's a comic book fan knows that ain't going to kill Wolverine for some reason. So, in the alternate ending, Wonder Woman's stumbling away, all beat up. And Wolverine jumps out of the lava with his claws and goes through her chest. Now, the actress in that who played Wonder Woman, I cannot remember for the life of me her name, but she did a lot of the superpower beatdowns. I think she may have been involved in a relationship with one of the creators of that studio. She is the woman who does the stunt double for Scarlet Johansson in all the Marvel movies.
Oh, it's Scarlet Johansson's
stunt double. Yeah.
Stunt double. Wow.
She's actually Russian. The woman's actually Russian. I don't remember her name. When they do interviews with her, perfect English, you wouldn't know she was Russian. Mm-hmm. Like I said, they've done so many things with her. But I guess because they've been doing a lot of these Marvel movies, upping them up again, that she's probably been too busy working a real job than doing fan fiction. Yeah, that's the one I recommend. If you're going online, look for Superpower Beatdown. And that definitely, they had an animated one. The only animated one they ever did was Optimus Prime versus Iron Man.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
Basically, I think if I remember correctly, it always ends in a draw with those two. Because Iron Man tries to use the Hulkbuster suit on Optimus Prime, and we all know that Optimus Prime was actually created by Chuck Norris, but you never heard that joke?
No, I never heard that joke.
So one time Chuck Norris took a piss in the gas tank of a truck. We now call that truck Optimus Prime.
Nice one. But speaking of ScarJo, she recently sued Disney for like a couple million, if I recall correctly.
Well, the problem is a lot of people don't realize is they make a lot of money when you put a movie in movie theaters. So figure you pay about $20 for a movie ticket, right? Wasn't that how much we paid per person last time we saw a movie?
Last movie I saw was
We went and saw Black Widow.
yeah, we went and saw Black Widow. It was okay.
But what we paid about $20 a pop, right?
I don't know, maybe
Something around there. Anyway, so figure we pay about $20 a pop. The movie theaters pay the movie studios about, out of that, the movie studio gets about $5 per ticket sale.
Mm-hmm.
You do all the math. We're talking worldwide ticket sales. And that's how they pay these actors and actresses. By them releasing it on Disney Plus at the same time.
Yeah.
All those actors and actresses are going to have to start getting used to the fact that not everyone's going to the theaters anymore. And by releasing it online, they're paying, somebody gets it online, pays $7-8, let's just say, if they just buy it outright or rent it. And they're not making the money of the actors and actresses because 10 people can sit there and watch the same movie at the same time in somebody's house.
Yeah. The Marvel star claims her agreement with the company guaranteed exclusive theatrical release for her solo film. Her salary was based in large part on the box office performance. Yeah. I think she only wound up like making, and they kind of shoved this in everybody's faces. Disney, I think, claimed that she made like 20 million. But yeah, that's not necessarily a whole lot, especially for like a Marvel movie.
Well, I look at it like this. I'm looking at being poor. You give me $20 million, I'll be happy, smile, and sign autographs. But I don't know. I don't live in Hollywood. I couldn't tell you.
But also, you got to think about this. When you're an actor in Hollywood, you are your own company in a way. You know, you got to pay for your own insurance. You have to worry about security, all that different stuff. And gigs, yeah, you might have a couple Black Widow films, but, what else are you going to do? Like, the last couple of movies, the only thing I can think of in the last couple of years that wasn't, her in a Marvel movie would probably be
Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell.
Well, a lot of those actors and actresses have gotten on the Marvel gravy train. Was it Robert Downey Jr.? He said he'd ride it out until they quit putting him in movies. But then again, he was broke before they put him in Iron Man. He was like next door neighbors with like Stan Lee or something. That's the only reason why he got in those, because of his reputation in Hollywood, which he's finally fixed. It's cool for him.
Yeah. He really made a huge comeback, which I'm surprised.
Yeah. And now he's got his bills paid off. He bought a house. I was watching like some homes thing, and he was showing off the home with his wife. It used to be like, I don't know, a mill house or something, like out in like Connecticut, or he doesn't even live in Hollywood. He was talking, they redecorated this whole house, and it was a quiet life, and it's like, good for him.
Yeah.
Stay away from Hollywood.
Bunch of weirdos over there.
No, he used to be one of those weirdos. But yeah, the Marvel gravy train. I don't see Marvel or DC because we watched the Suicide Squad when the weekend it came out. I've got a
I thought that was pretty fun. That was a fun comic book movie. They weren't trying to do any sheep power or any political messages or whatever.
I don't know. John Cena running around in the tidy whities, that was hilarious. I was like, okay, all right. I'd be like, all right, to quote another comic book movie, let's put some clothes on if you want to continue to fight evil today, okay? Extra points for anyone who can figure out what movie that's from.
Be sure to comment in the dibbly doo down below or on the Discord.
Yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, I don't see the comic book movies going too much further. Like they'll still make money for a while, but it's getting old.
Yeah, yeah. You can only have so many Avengers and so many things.
Justice League, and then they tried to make that Harley Quinn movie that bombed. Um, the GI Joe attempted making a Snake Eyes movie, bombed, and a lot of
They
people.
had him talking the entire GD time.
I
It's
didn't
like,
even want to watch.
well, guys, that just about wraps up our show. Unfortunately, like I said, the computer stopped recording after about 30 minutes. Unfortunately, and the big ape and I, or the bad ape and I, had quite a bit of a longer conversation than that. Unfortunately, it's all lost. Again, thank you so very much for listening. If you like what you heard, please hit the like button or subscribe, and be sure to share it with your friends and family. And as always, thank you. Be sure to join our Discord down below, and have an amazing day.